A new trailer celebrating the Year of the Rabbit for Lunar New Year was released by the developer Game Science for upcoming Souls-like Black Myth Wukong. The video shows a comical depiction of game life in a stop-motion animation featuring a rabbit. Get a new game, but your hardware isn't up to par, so what does a gamer do? Go out and buy a new rig, of course, complete with a new graphics card and CPU. However, you still have to wait in order for the game to load, as the studio cheekily puts 2042. But it seems we won't be waiting that long, as Black Myth Wukong's release window appears to be at the end of the video, set for summer 2024. In case you missed it, Black Myth Wukong follows the adventures of the mischievous Monkey King, who will battle many villains in the game inspired by Journey to the West. Sun Wukong will use the 5 elements and his transformations in combat. Previously, the FAQs on the official website explained the game would only be released when they feel satisfied as players, which looks to need at least another year. The studio has shown a number of trailers with cutscenes and gameplay footage, which looks very impressive so far. If you're wondering what games are releasing this year, by the way, you can check out our list of RPGs launching in 2023. The Pinocchio-based action RPG Ryza P has gotten a new gameplay trailer, showing off the combat in crisp 8K resolution. The video demonstrates the game running on AMD's latest graphics card, Radeon RX 7900 XT. The footage shows some of the Souls-like combat as P faces off against different enemies. Armed with a sword, P smoothly whips around, slashing the city's mechanical foes and parrying their moves. We also see the character makes his way to a boss area where mechanical monstrosity awaits. The player makes a false move and it is grabbed by its giant arm and then tossed around like a ragdoll. Ryza P is shaping up to be a fast-paced action RPG with its dark rendition of Pinocchio. The game will be released this year for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and PC, as well as Xbox Game Pass. The next highly anticipated RPG from Bethesda is the sci-fi action RPG Starfield. Recently, the Steam listing for the game has changed the release date from 2023 to coming soon. Previously, Bethesda has slated the open world game to be releasing within the first half of 2023 as the launch window, but the sudden change of release date on Steam does leave things a bit more open to interpretation. The title will be coming to both PC platform and Microsoft's current gen console Xbox Series X and S. An Xbox showcase is happening this month, but it's already confirmed that Starfield won't be part of the showcase lineup. Instead, the RPG is set to have its own highlight in a deep dive at a later date. Hopefully this means we'll be getting an update on when to expect the game. This year is already starting to have quite a stacked lineup after many delays and pushbacks of releases from previous years. Are you looking forward to Starfield? Let us know in the comments below. Forspoken is releasing this month, and ahead of its release, the demo has a quality of life update. The PlayStation 5 demo was released last month, which gained some feedback from players and has been taken into consideration. Square Enix has included some of the quality of life adjustments for the game and the demo as well. In a Twitter post by the game's director, Aramaki shares, "We've been listening to your feedback and wanted to do what we could do to make the demo as enjoyable as possible. The developer looks like they will continue to take feedback from players as they prepare for the launch of the game on January 24th. Some of the feedback made by the players of the demo was to do with the issues with the game's lock-on system, in particular when it came to flying enemies. Some of these issues were addressed in the tweet. Now with locked-on enemies that move off-screen will remain locked on for longer. Hopefully, Luminous Productions manages to implement more of the suggestions from the player feedback in time for the launch, or at least include these in the Day 1 patch." The fast-paced Souls shooter Remnant from the Ashes is coming to Nintendo Switch. While no release date was set, it will be coming soon according to the publisher THQ Nordic and developer Gunfire Games. There will be both a physical and digital version available upon release. In case you missed it, Remnant from the Ashes first launched in 2019. The title combines the fun of a co-op shooter with Souls-like inspired gameplay. Players can team up with up to 2 other players to take on an onslaught of procedurally generated levels. Later, the game received further updates such as Adventure Mode and further downloadable content such as Subject 2923. The game has a number of builds to try with its class system, including our one-shot builds such as the Silent Slayer and crit-focused builds like the Radiant Executioner. It was recently announced in December at the Game Awards that a sequel was in the works. Remnant 2 will be coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC sometime this year. If you have yet to check out the Souls-like co-op shooter, then you should watch our Remnant from the Ashes review. With a heavy heart this week, Junzo Hosei, the producer of Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End, and The Secret Key, announced that the game would be delayed. But on the bright side, the delay is literally just 1 month. Ryza 3 will be now released on March 24th, 2023 instead of the original 24th of February. In his message, Hoso explains that there have been some challenges in creating the best version of the title. The shift into a vast open world instead of having a series of interconnected areas in particular is one of those such challenges that was mentioned. He does go on to confirm that the additional month will also allow Hoso and his team to be able to deliver the best experience possible. This should be quite indeed important, as Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key is the third and final entry into the Secret Atelier series. Freedom is the name of the game here, and there looks to be tons of it. There will be a total of 4 magic regions in Atelier Ryza 3, and each will have its own distinct look and feel. Atelier Ryza 3 Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key will be available on PC, Switch, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 when it comes out on March 24th. The free-to-play MMO Tower of Fantasy will be getting its next major update in February 2023, titled Wandering Amidst Miasma. An official trailer was released on the Tower of Fantasy YouTube channel that teased new story beats to get fans excited for the expansion. Tower of Fantasy 2.3 will introduce a brand new area called the Confounding Abyss map. It's hidden off the beaten path with tons more to explore. The landscape should be much more fun to roam around, as it will be a little bit more interactive than usual. As to be expected, this new swamp will bring new terrors to face. Aside from the normal enemies, the update 2.3 will add 2 new bosses. 3 new activities join the game: a carnival party, pitting players against a carnival band, the pursuit of fate, a racing minigame, and Origin of War, a co-op tower climbing challenge. The update arrives on February 2nd for PC, iOS, and Android. The third installment of the Season Pass content for Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin is releasing on January 27th. The downloadable content Different Future is the last part of the post-launch content that will close out Jack Garland and his companion's adventure. A new launch trailer has been released showing off the foe, Lufinian, who is wreaking havoc messing with the dimensions. Her aim is to restore the world to its former order and beauty. In order to do so, she summons weapons from other worlds, bending dimensions in order to destroy Jack and the world itself. New jobs await players in Different Future, including Musketeer, Hunter, and Gambler. The Gambler sounds like the most interesting out of the bunch. This job performs the action Roulette, taking a spin of the wheel using 2 abilities at random. This could be a fun way to tackle enemies with some RNG and pure chaos. New features will be added to the blacksmith, which include using imitation materials for synthesizing new equipment and fabrication. In case you missed it, Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin follows the story of Jack, which is set in the same universe as Final Fantasy I. The action RPG follows Jack and his company, the Warriors of Light, who will take on 4 Fiends of Chaos. Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin Different Future DLC will be released on January 27th for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC.
Well, that's it for the Week in the Wikis. Please join us again next week for yet another great week of gaming. Remember to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits. And budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks again for being part of this great community. Keep checking in with us with news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness.